Hello and welcome to the Island USA podcast. We're here recording in Connor's bedroom here, so you're going to notice a difference in audio quality because it's not over Zoom. So that out of the way, there's also going to be no video today if you're listening on YouTube. We don't really think that this podcast really requires it anyways, but it's going to be a shorter one today, probably 30 to 40 minutes.
If you clicked on it, you already know that.
So yeah, I think we're going to start it off here. I think what we need to do quickly is that we haven't done in weeks past is kind of address what's happening in Seattle right now. I think if you have a platform, you have to use it. And what I'm talking about is CHOP and the BLM protests around the Seattle area. So a lot of good is happening and some bad as well. There's been a lot of drama between the protesters and our mayor, Jenny Durkin.
Very much so.
Yeah. She's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, but that's partly her own fault, mostly her own fault. She tried to have her cake and eat it too, and it didn't work out too well. But as of Wednesday, CHOP has been dismantled. And what that means is it's no longer recognized as an autonomous zone, meaning the police now have jurisdiction there, and Capitol Hill is now part of Seattle again. So the zone was dissolved on Wednesday, but cleanup and protests continue across Seattle until Thursday. And I believe the day that we're recording this and the day it's coming out is Friday. So I believe that there's going to be protests today as well. I'm not sure about that. So according to King 5 News, which is the local news station around here, which is a pretty good news station. They're pretty unbiased, so they look at everything from a pretty good lens. The Capitol Hill organized protest zone, known as CHOP, was dismantled early Wednesday morning after more than 3 weeks of occupation in Seattle. Police have taped off streets in the neighborhood while city crews continue to clean the streets and park that made national headlines during the demonstration. The public may cross police tape if they live in the neighborhood or need to visit a business in the area, but must get permissions from the officers first, which I think is good. The now quiet streets are a stark contrast to the days and weeks prior. That's the end of that part. I think it's crazy because just of everything that's gone over there. Like, people have been shot there. Someone died because the police couldn't get to them on time.
Yeah.
There was some debate about if that was even true. But from everything I've read, I think that is actually what happened. There were some protesters around the edge of CHOP that wouldn't let the officers through. And someone died. And so I think CHOP was interesting. It was kind of a test of
how far America could be pushed.
Yeah, how far you could go without any authority, right? There's some talk of like a SoundCloud rapper warlord taking over it.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. I never really got enough information. But I think that there was some SoundCloud rapper guy that was like taking over for a bit.
Yep, sounds about right.
Which is just crazy. Another thing that I thought was really interesting is the anarchy is usually followed by tyranny. And I thought that was interesting because it's kind of true. I mean, if you have a zone it was an anarchist state, right? Like, CHOP was lawless. So there was a lot of good going on in CHOP and a lot of peaceful protests and a lot of people making a point, but there was also a lot of not so good things happening at CHOP. And if there's a completely free area, people are going to take over, which is true. So I just thought we'd want to address it and say, hey, we recognize this is happening. I personally stand with the peaceful protesters and I support them 100%. I think if you can sign petitions and bring some of the some of the officers, especially for people like Breonna Taylor, to justice. That's great, and I support you. But I also am very nervous about the rioting and the looting and what that implicates for our future. So that's all I wanted to say. Connor, do you have anything about it?
You pretty much touched everything. But yeah, Chop was kind of affected me a little bit. Just kind of like first world problem, but I couldn't even get to the couldn't get the Apple Store because it was in the middle of Chop.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think that's enough of that kind of
Yeah.
topic. We'll head into some lighter stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was thinking, I just recently recovered.
My gosh.
I got my wisdom teeth out.
Yikes, man.
Like a week ago, about, and it was pretty funny. My dad got them out at the same time as I did, like an hour before. He had just never gotten his out, and it was time. And it was a very interesting experience for sure. I don't remember the day that I got him out hardly at all from all the drugs that I was on. And the recovery wasn't awful, pretty bad the first few days, and then the swelling eventually went down, but pretty chill now.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was pretty high off all the narcotics that he was on because of it, which I think is hilarious.
Kinda.
Well, apparently you were kind of,
I
according
was
to the
woozy.
according to the females, you were pretty faded out of your mind
Yeah.
for a little bit there.
Sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
at least once.
At least once.
Which I think is really hysterical. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then we should talk about the kind of event we're hosting.
Yeah, we're hosting a little summer get-together thing. Nothing big, nothing crazy.
Socially distanced, of course.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Yeah, we just set up some I stole the speakers from my room. The big ones, and we put them down below, so the Morans is all hooked up to that, and it sounds pretty darn good down there.
It sounds really nice down there. So that's gonna be really exciting. Hopefully, we're praying for good weather.
Yeah, it's not looking too great right now.
It's looking better.
It's actually lighting up.
It's lightening up, yeah. Lightning.
Lightning.
It is lightening. Lightning? Because lightning, like, but like lightning, like it is lightening up.
Yeah.
Lighten up. It's lightened up? It's lightened up.
Cool.
Great.
Now that we've gotten that cleared up.
Now that we got that figured out.
Yeah, all the food is gonna be like individually packaged.
Yep.
And lots of like leaving stuff for people to kind of like get themselves, and there's less contact. Speaking of food, what are your favorite summer foods?
I don't know, man. I can always do myself with a good bowl of watermelon, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Watermelon sugar! Yeah, man, I love watermelon. Watermelon is fan-flippin-tastic, and anyone who disagrees with me?
Yeah. It has to be a good watermelon. If it's like it
has to be good watermelon.
I like
agree.
sweet watermelon over watery watermelon.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. I know
So
exactly what you mean.
The rounder ones are sweeter than the elongated, like, oval ones.
Yep.
You know that? And then you always look for the yellow spot, because that also means sweeter.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a bunch of tricks that are probably common knowledge, and I'm just stating, because why not? I also, we make, like, sliders, but they're not really sliders, because the patties are big, but then it's, like, tiny little pieces of bun. And then you like kind of mix the conduits like into the patty itself, and that's pretty sweet, and that's like one of my favorite summer things as well. Yeah, and there's what's that dish? The pasta salad.
Yeah.
That's very summery too. Yeah, doesn't feel like summer this week at all.
I love pasta salad. Pasta salad's great. Yeah, this week has not felt like summer, which is unfortunate because it's the week of 4th of July, man.
Yep.
Happy birthday, America.
Yeah, it's a joke here that the first day of summer is July 5th, because 4th of July is always overcast and cold, if not torrential downpouring.
Right. But yeah, I'm excited for 4th of July. I'm very ready. I always love 4th of July. It's such a Such a fun holiday.
Yeah.
The fireworks, the celebration, the all around.
Got to be careful what you're celebrating though this year
How so?
with all the nationwide events.
Yeah, I don't care, man. I mean, I am. There are a lot of flaws with our country.
That is very true.
There are a lot, and I'm not saying that our country is perfect.
But it is one of the better ones.
It is one of the better ones. You want police brutality? Like, go to West Africa, East Africa. You're gonna get a lot of police brutality there. You're gonna get it all over the Middle East. You're like, police brutality. Fun fact is not only in America. It's much worse in many other places, and it needs.
And we're still doesn't make it okay here, but
No, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. But I think there's a lot of things that need fixing here, and there's no doubt about that. However, you have a lot of personal liberties here that you do not get in other countries.
Very true.
And I think we should be grateful for that. And if you're uncomfortable celebrating some of the history of America, maybe think about celebrating what it stands for and what America can be and what it should be and what it was
meant to be.
meant to be. We have a great constitution, and our American leaders haven't always held up to that constitution, which is unfortunate, especially in the early days. But I think now we live in a time where you're
constantly being fact checked.
Yeah, and I think you're in the age of media and
Public knowledge.
And so if something bad is going on, you can find out about it. You can share about it. You can post it on your Instagram story.
Yeah.
As overwhelming as that might seem sometimes, you can do it because you live here, right? Like if you disagree with your government here, you can post it on Instagram and you can verbalize that. You post that on Instagram in China and they'll take it down.
Yeah.
You got a lot of freedoms here that I think everyone should think about maybe being a little grateful for. But to each their own. However you celebrate the 4th, do it. If you don't want to play the actual national anthem, play the Manny national anthem.
Boom.
The Manny will not be televised. So, yeah, man. I don't know. I also love that. I think that's so funny and pretty powerful too. That whole thing with Manny. Oh my gosh! Did you see that the author of Diary of a Wimpy Kid spoke out about it?
Really?
Yeah, he said he doesn't support it. He says like the BLM movement is a very serious thing, and I totally agree. And he says, and we shouldn't treat it as a joke. And he says putting Manny as one of the faces of it kind of treats it as a joke. So, I don't know. I think that's very fair, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But also at the same time, it's
like a different way to get the point across as well, because like
yeah,
most of BLM I feel like is taken very, very seriously.
Yeah,
and as it should.
As it should be.
But I feel like it's like another way to gain like that voice almost.
Yeah,
it's like a different approach to
I don't know. I don't think, me as a white person, I don't really know if it's right or wrong, and I'm not really one to decide if the Manny is right or wrong. But I do find it pretty funny, and I think it is powerful in some ways, you know?
Yeah.
Like Swaco the Child, do you know who that is? He's some rapper dude. He remixed Black and Yellow and then made the Manny flag on Photoshop. It's like he didn't start this whole thing, but he kicked it off. Because someone posted the sound on TikTok that was like the spray painted Manny, or the look how pissed off the Manny is. The Manny hates police brutality. Yeah. And Swaco the Child just took it and ran with it. Which I think is pretty cool, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I don't know what to say about it because I don't feel like I really have the right to judge if it's right or wrong. But yeah.
Anyways,
4th of July.
4th of July, yes.
It's going to be weird. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Do you?
No idea. Last year, my family usually goes on a group camping trip. Obviously, that's not happening this year. You bring bikes, and it's on Lopez Island, if anyone knows where that is. It's a tiny little island, and in the San Juans, and you can ride your bike everywhere on the island, pretty much. And there's always insane fireworks above the ocean, and it looks amazing. because you can see like the Orcas Island fireworks are across like the channel or whatever. So you see those first, and then the Lopez go right above you.
That's so sick.
So you see like them off in the distance and right above you, and it's kind of cool. But then it kind of means I'm like one of the older people going on that. Older kids.
Yeah.
Going on that. So I'm always the, and I'm very into bikes and stuff too, which doesn't help my chances of getting like away, because I always have to be there looking or like guiding the little children back and forth from town when the parents don't want to. So much fun. Anyways,
Cannon Beach is coming up in a week from Sunday.
that's nuts.
That is insane.
Are we gonna bring bikes this year?
We could. We totally could this year.
That'd be cool.
I'm not sure if there's any like.
We just go right on the beach, like all the way. It would be so like.
I think we should.
I think it'd be more fun to like, because it's not as long of a walk. So like there's caves, and like there's that haystack rock, but it's like a trek to get out there, especially the caves. And I think they're about the same distance, don't you think? Caves are a little closer.
Haystack's longer.
Yeah.
But it's more straightforward haystack. With the caves, you have to go like around the gulf and then.
Yeah. But I think bikes would make it kind of cool.
You'd have to get the bikes through the river.
Yeah, and it's salt water. You wouldn't be that good.
You could take them down a haystack though.
Yeah.
You just couldn't take them. To
Well,
the
you
caves.
you have to wade through the water anyway, so you just hold it above your head.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, you
fine.
could.
They're light-ish. They're like 35 pounds.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, but I think it would make, because like it's a whole ordeal if you want to like go to either. It's like you gotta like clear your schedule for the next few hours, and it's just. But if you brought bikes, it'd be like maybe you could just go out for like an hour, there and back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gotta not get stuck. There is like only one path around, and if you get caught on the wrong side of the tide, you kind of get stuck in a bay, and you wouldn't be able to swim the bikes through that.
Yeah. You might just ride them and then put them up on the hill.
Yeah.
You wouldn't actually take them.
My favorite spot is up in the sand dunes that overlooks the river.
So cool.
Oh.
We got to bring sheets of cardboard, and ride down.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
You must have boxes, right? You have all that cardboard downstairs?
Yeah, those are for starting the fire.
Is there any big enough though that you could use
I don't think so. There might be.
If not, we can find
Oh, there is one box.
This year we'll have spike ball. We'll
Yeah.
have stuff. We're gonna have to bring more things to do this year.
Yeah, because there's less. Yeah, so Cannon Beach is going to be a lot different. We've talked about Cannon Beach a lot on this podcast in prior episodes.
But
this year,
this is new content, so I hope you're happy.
Yeah. There's going to be less organized events, for sure, and then all the organized events will be outside or extremely socially distanced. So we're going to have to fill up our time by our own way. So, should be good.
Yeah.
It's just a different vibe.
It's just gonna be nice though. It's just gonna be fun.
It's gonna be less like go go go.
Yeah.
All the time.
And I think the whole town's still gonna be open because
Open air quotes, but yeah.
no, I think it will be because Oregon is
Phase 2 still.
yeah. They're
A
fine.
bunch of states are going back. A bunch of counties are just going back to states.
Hold up. Let me pull it up on my computer. What Cannon Beach,
what county is
Oregon,
quarantine or COVID status?
COVID stat.
Is that the correct terminology?
I have no idea, man.
Because Oregon like followed exactly what Washington did.
They always
at
do.
At the start of COVID. They just, even though they didn't have the cases, they just did like 3 days after Washington went into like total lockdown.
Clatsop County, 49 confirmed, and 10 have recovered. 0 deaths.
Wow. It's a small county though. No one lives out there basically.
No, it includes Gerhardt, Seaside, and Cannon Beach. Seaside has quite a lot of people.
Okay.
So does Cannon Beach, but all the houses are back
Yeah.
up against the highway.
Yeah. Because all the town, it's kind of Cannon Beach is kind of different than most beach towns.
Well, you haven't gone to the other two sections of Cannon Beach,
haven't.
the town. You've only been in the main part.
Yeah.
Have you gone up to the town that's by like Haystack?
Yeah, with the movie theater and stuff.
No, the movie theater's in Seaside.
Oh, really? I thought there was one movie theater that was
I don't think so. I know
on the
that
far side, up by Haystack, like on the up above Haystack, like in the
might
hill
be.
up above there.
up that way, like the town goes a lot farther than you think because it
Yeah.
goes up a hill.
Yeah.
Oh no, we went up to it to get to Outpost. I think we drove through it.
Yeah.
By
But
Pig and Pancake.
But see, Cannon Beach is different because I think of beach towns like where the houses are like the first thing like Gearhart, all the houses are along the water, and then the town's set back. Cannon Beach is the opposite, where the town is kind of close to the water and then to the beach, I should say, and then the houses are set back.
Yeah,
It's
and there's
kind
some
of-
houses up
yeah.
against the water, especially if the farther you go
The
down.
farther you go down, there's more space. Yeah. A house in Cannon Beach would be so cool. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, too bad you can't surf on the ocean very much though, like wake surf.
You can't. You real surf, Connor.
Yeah, but those waves aren't really meant for.
Actually, there's some really good surf waves.
Oh yeah, that
I think
cove.
that cove is okay, but I think it's Indian Beach. Indian Beach, I think it is called. It's by Cannon Beach. It's in between Seaside and Cannon Beach, I believe.
Yes, that's the one we went to, right? No.
There's two.
There's two. So there's one that we went boogie boarding in for Young Life Camp, and it's like a chute, like there's like a current that comes from Alaska
It's really cold.
that lands right there, and it makes the beach, like the beach has like some decent waves for like boogie boarding and stuff.
Yeah.
But you gotta wear wetsuits for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and then I have bad circulation to begin with in my fingers and toes, and so even my hands really, and I'll get like blood clots in my knuckles, and it gets like insane. They just go white and numb,
Yeah.
and that happens a lot faster in that cold water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Well, you guys, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought.
Today's been a long day so far, and it's only like it's not even noon yet.
No,
here
we still got a lot to set up. We still got a lot to do. You guys, I want to do more with Island USA Media, the YouTube channel. I don't just want to release podcasts. I might want to release some other fun videos. So if you want to go to my Instagram and just like DM us at islandusa.brand what you want to see. If you want to see some clothing hauls, if you want to, I don't know. I think we're going to do a pop-up shop very, very soon. So that's a thing that is happening.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Sorry about the length of this one, but we thought we had to do one this week because...
Last week was our gap week.
Yep, and you'll get one next week and the following after that.
Yes.
And then it'll be an off week. So next week I think we'll be back on Zoom.
Yep.
Probably.
Most probably.
Unless something, this situation happens again, where we can do it live. And then the third week, the week after that, we'll be
in
recording from Cannon Beach. So that'll be fun. We might do it early.
Yeah.
To be safe. But we'll let you know. Again, DM me on Instagram at islandusa.brand. Follow us there. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you can. Connor's Flowers. Go follow him on Instagram. Any last minute update on that?
I got blooms.
All right. He's
I
got
got
blooms. So hopefully August, September, right?
Yeah, late July.
All right.
Hopefully.
So we'll update you on the Island USA Instagram and his as well. So go follow both of us just to be safe. And so yeah, see you guys.
Peace out.
Bye bye.